Hi, I'm Jackson Johnson. I want to talk to you today about communication and the key role it plays in leadership. When I was growing up, this was one of my favorite movies. It's Apollo 13. And yes, Tom Hanks is a great actor. And it's actually based on a true story. See, it's about the third mission to the moon, except in it, they don't make it to the moon. Because 2 days into their journey, faulty wiring causes 2 oxygen tanks on the spaceship to bust and send all the contents into space. The mission quickly goes to, hey, you gotta come home as soon as possible, or else in a few short days you're going to completely run out of oxygen and be stranded in space 200,000 miles from Earth. NASA had to develop an ingenious plan and work around the clock to get those guys home. But the plan basically hinged on their communication. Could they communicate effectively, precisely, basically flawlessly to get their plan from down here in Mission Control in Florida up to space to bring those guys home? And while most of us won't be in a situation like that, it underscores just how important effective communication is if you want to be successful in life. As it says in the book, without good communication, you basically walk alone. Communication in my job. I work here at the University of West Georgia as a budget analyst. When people think of budget analysts or accountants, they think of this guy right here in the picture. Basically someone hunched over a spreadsheet or a calculator all day crunching numbers. And while yes, I do know my way around Excel, there's also a lot of people I have to interact with and communicate with on a daily, weekly, monthly, yearly basis. That's people like the provost office, human resources, payroll, accounting, data management. If I don't communicate with them well, I'm not going to do my job well. If I don't do my job well, I'm not going to be here. I've been here for 3 years in my role, and I feel like I've learned pretty good communication skills. I've learned how to successfully and effectively communicate with different people across different areas, departments, with different backgrounds and skill sets. Even so much so, then in 2020, I won a Best of the West award for the area cross-divisional because of my communication. So what have I learned? Well, the first is you gotta know your audience. How do they want the information delivered? Do they want email or phone call? When you email them, do they just want the bullet points so it looks like a grocery list? Or do they want all the details? Some people have different styles than others. And knowing this, and knowing which groups prefer what, really makes the communication flow effectively. The next is relevant, staying on topic. So to make another movie quote or reference rather, think about Ghostbusters. Don't cross the streams. As I'm working with divisions and departments throughout the year, we sometimes have issues or topics or tasks that kind of run parallel. And making sure that we're not getting them flip-flopped or crossed and we're staying in kind of each respective lanes, make sure that nothing's being lost in translation, nothing's slipping through the cracks, nothing's being forgotten about or glossed over. And then we don't have to go back and dig through a bunch of emails or other kind of files to find out what we're talking about. Helps us stay organized and stay on track. Call to action. And this is basically what do I want for them? What's the end game here? And so to talk about leadership some more, think about Stephen Covey and the 7 habits of highly effective people. In it, habit number 2 is the beginning with the end in mind. So I like to tie that to this. I can give somebody a buckshot of information, but if I don't relay or be specific about what I need from them on their end with all this information I'm giving them, they're going to gloss over that email, think it doesn't apply to them, and they're going to delete it. And then your communication is going to just shore up because you're not being specific about what you need from them. So I think this is almost as important as knowing your audience. Making sure you get to, hey, what's in it for you? Or what's in it for them? Delivery. Friendly and helpful. I try to be as kind and generous whenever I email or talk with people. You know, it's that big buzzword of empathy. Making sure I'm putting myself in other people's shoes. Because their experiences, backgrounds, education, skill sets may be a lot different than mine. And how I digest information or understand something may be completely different than them. Remember, you know, some people want the whole novel. I'm a bulletless guy. Just give me the most pertinent details. So just making sure that you're putting yourself in their shoes and aligning your communication with how you know that they'll receive it goes a long way. So how do you improve your communication? Well, the first step would just be a review. What does your communication look like the last day, month, week, year? Are there any areas that you can improve on? Is it clear? Are you being relevant? Having empathy? And then again, remember to focus on your audience. How do they want it? Make sure that you're tailoring your communication delivery or how you send that information over to them. Remember, it's not all about you. If you want communication to work, you got to make sure you bend to them. It's kind of a two-way channel. Seek advice. Ask a trusted friend, mentor, maybe even your boss. Hey, how's my communication been? Are there any other areas I can improve on? How does it rate to the other people that you mentor, my other colleagues? I'm sure they'll be happy to help. And then there's also these free apps, Grammarly, Whitesmoke, Sapling. And they're free tools you can install on your PC, laptop, phone, tablet, whatever, that as you write emails, texts, posts, it looks for spelling errors and punctuation, grammar errors, and then it'll even give you suggestions on a paragraph or a chunk of text of saying, hey, this doesn't sound that clear or concise. There's some stuff in here that doesn't seem relevant to your point. Let's take some stuff out, or let's add some different words in here to make this sound a little more succinct or just better. And so these are a few small steps you can take to really improve your communication. To close today, I want to leave you this quote from Lee Iacocca. He's the guy who designed the first ever Ford Mustang. And he says, you can have brilliant ideas, but if you can't get them across, your ideas won't get you anywhere. To bring it full circle, this picture right here is a moment that the Apollo 13 capsule successfully splashed down in the Pacific Ocean, and it brought the 3 astronauts who were stranded in space home safely. And so yeah, we think of NASA as having the best minds in physics, math, engineering, science, whatever. It could be the country, the whole world. And yeah, they threw together an ingenious plan in a split second to bring those guys home from near death. But if they couldn't communicate precisely and effectively, it wouldn't have worked. That rescue mission would have failed. And again, that underscores just how important communication is to success. Thank you for your time today, and I hope you see how, once again, important communication is to success, and also some steps you can take right now to begin working on that and really start honing and nurturing that leadership quality in you. Thank you.